But as he was reclaiming his name, he was also learning more and more about the real world of acting.
Not a lot of roles. Not a lot of roles, both in theater and film. And the roles that were there are the kind of stereotypical waiter at the Chinese restaurant. If there's an episode involving an Asian gang in Chinatown for whatever cop show or whatever, then we'll hire you. Or the commercial, you know, the token Asian. You need the token black, the token brown, the token Asian, the token this and that to kind of fill out the back. But things are changing, yeah. I was living in a bachelor apartment that's a quarter the size of this room. It was like, I think I paid like $450 a month, and that's what I could afford. I was working part-time at the church, spending long hours at the 24-hour Tim Hortons, writing away, writing my poetry, writing my plays, dreaming, you know, is this ever gonna come to fruition? Is this ever gonna come to fruition? Probably not, but I gotta spend my time somehow, and I have these ideas, just gotta get on paper.
Kim's convenience was one of those ideas Inns had written down on paper, inspired by the community and culture around him.
Like the story of Koreans immigrating to Canada, specifically Toronto from Korea, finds its anchors in the church and the convenience store as vehicles of business, of social life, of a way of bringing their family over, as a way of paying the rent, as a way of learning English, as a way of, so it's those two anchors.
I can't catch faster to talking.
What?
I can't catch hearing. You mouth speaker too fast.
What are you talking about?
Well, Canada's a nation of immigrants. And you walk down the streets of Toronto and you see all the nations. My parents came to Canada with $200. 3 kids. Crazy. And many people come to Canada with nothing. It's a rags to riches story that a lot of people, you know, I think everyone loves. To see someone go from nothing to kind of something.
That's steel. If a fat guy is black with a brown shoes, that's no steel. That's a cancer combo.
That is so awkwardly racist.
Not racist. Survival skill.
Applauded by critics for bringing a story to a Canadian stage many first and second generation immigrants can relate to. It's a topic Choi knows all too well.
I think audiences, they want to have fun. They want to have a great time. I want them to see themselves in it too, because this is a Canadian play, I feel. And it relates to, regardless of your ethnicity, it relates to any Canadian.
And suddenly, the name he once was ashamed of is the one theater crowds are talking about, applauding him publicly for his work.
I have a vivid memory of that first performance, especially the last moment in the play. And the lights fade down slowly, and I'm on stage, and I didn't hear anything. And it must have been 1 or 2 seconds, but it felt like 10. During which time, I thought, oh, they hate it. It sucks. Oh, my goodness. Okay, how do I run away? How do I escape this? And then as soon as the lights came up for the curtain call, the whole audience en masse just stood up, applauding the play. And just, whoa. It felt like walking into heaven.
Why am I so confused? Why do I yearn for more than this world?
When I'm on stage, when I'm acting, I feel like God is smiling on me. I feel like He's shining His light on me, because it's what He created me to do. When I look at that picture downstairs of me, I think in grade 6, confused, insecure, little chubby, adds to the confusion and the insecurity. Not quite sure what I'm gonna do with my hair. Still don't know every day. not quite sure if I'm cool enough or if I have the right shirt on. Just like, I want to fit in. I would say, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. Don't worry so much. Don't worry so much about what other people think. You know, when I look at that picture, I almost feel like what I feel that picture is telling me now. Like when I saw the picture downstairs, it was this kind of feeling of, good job. You know, like, you made it.